Since everyone jumping on Obeah woman, allow me to play devil's advocate for a bit. Now y'all may not know this, but most Bahamians believe in or practice a form of Obeah. Now before you go get your pitchforks and gather up a lynch mob, allow me to explain what I just said by first defining what is Obeah. In the West Indies, Obeah is a system of sorcery and religious practices developed amongst enslaved Africans of Igbo origin. Obeah is similar to other Afro-American religions such as Palo, Haitian Voodoo, Santeria, and Hoodoo. Obeah is practiced in the Bahamas and in the Caribbean nations of Barbados, Belize, Dominica, Grenada, Guyana, Jamaica, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Suriname, Trinidad and Tobago, and the Virgin Islands, as well as by the Igbo people of Nigeria. So basically, Obeah is all of the superstitious things that your ancestors believed before they were enslaved and colonized. In the English-speaking parts of the Caribbean, like Jamaica and the Bahamas, it is called Obeah. In French-speaking areas like Haiti and New Orleans, it is called Voodoo. In Spanish-speaking quarters like Cuba and Puerto Rico, it's called Santeria. In Brazil, it's called Candomblé. And in America, in the Deep South, it's sometimes called the Juju or the Mojo. So essentially, in every place where there was plantation slavery, there was some sort of belief system similar to Obeah being practiced. Now, if you want to know what those beliefs and practices were, there are two books I read years ago. The first is called Folklore of the Negroes of Jamaica, with notes on Obeah worship. The follow-up to which is called Obeah in the East and West Indies. The second book is a more in-depth look, and it mentions the Bahamas in particular. Now, the reason I say that most Bahamians believe in or practice Obeah is because Obeah is folklore.
Message!
Folklore. The traditional beliefs, customs, and stories of a community pass through the generations by word of mouth. I'll give you an example. If I say to you, I keep seeing baby lizards, and last night I had a dream about fish, most Bahamians would say, either you pregnant or you get someone pregnant. Now, if you ever believed in such foolishness, then guess what? You believed in Obeah. Because you can't find those beliefs anywhere in the Bible or in the teachings or doctrines of any church. I'll give you another example. My ex-girlfriend was over by me one day, right? Her purse was on the chair. So I go to move her purse to sit down. And I put the purse on the floor. Lord, what I do that for? Big argument. She could tell me don't ever put a woman's purse on the ground. Because if your purse go on the ground, you ain't never have no money. I stood there looking at her with a blank stare like, are you serious? She was adamant and dead serious. But you see, those silly superstitions and wives' tales have no basis in Christianity or in the Bible. To believe in them is to believe in Obeah, and to practice them is to practice Obeah. Now y'all really gonna want to crucify me for this. But y'all people who display numbers, the majority of y'all practicing Obeah. There are 1,000 different combinations of numbers between 000 and 999. So the odds and probability of you hitting a 3 ball straight are 1 in 1,000. And they will always be 1 in 1,000. No matter who birthday it is, no matter who anniversary it is, no matter who just died and what age they die at. What you are doing when you play numbers based on those beliefs is a practice called divination.
Message!
Divination, the practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means. And y'all list up all sort of different irrational justifications as to why y'all do these things. Oh, the wind was blowing a certain way. Oh, the dogs was howling last night. Ghost pulled my toe in my sleep. I remember this one boy to tell me. And honestly, you can't make this stuff up. He said his uncle, who had recently passed away, came to him in a dream and gave him the winning number and told him what house to play it in. Now, if that ain't Obeah, I don't know what is. Anybody who claims to be a Christian ain't got no business talking to the dead. It's called necromancy.
Message!
Necromancy, the supposed practice of communicating with the dead, especially in order to predict the future. So in reality, with a lot of the ignorant superstitions and backwards belief people have, plenty of Bahamians be practicing Obeah on a daily basis. There's plenty of people out there claiming to be devout Christians, but they scared to put their place on the floor, or they scared to break a mirror because they think it could give them 7 years bad luck. So I see a lot of you people, all self-righteous, quick to jump on Obeah woman. And no, I'm not saying she had any business being on that woman porch 3 o'clock in the morning doing Lord knows what. But a lot of you have backwards Obeah superstitions and practices yourself. Or have people practicing divination and conjuring up spirits in your own house. So, why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? He that is without sin among you, let him cast the first stone. Judge not, that ye be not judged. For many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works. And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.